Hey everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. Just trying to get my lights all turned on. It's Tuesday night tonight and I'm here a little earlier than normal because I'm going out tonight for a meeting. So I wanted to jump on and do my sketch challenge. Missed it last week when I wasn't feeling well. And so tonight I am going to play with paper piecing. Paper piecing is one of my favorite techniques to do. And sometimes when you see a stamp set or a bundle, you just kind of know that paper piecing is the right thing to do with it. At least for me, that's how it often works. And so Umbrella Days is a new bundle that is part of the online exclusives that were released at the beginning of November. Hey, Catherine. And when I saw this with the umbrella, I thought, yeah, paper piecing is definitely the perfect technique for this. So that's what I'm going to do. I pulled out the Unbounded Beauty Designer Series paper, which is one of my favorites. It's so pretty, and thought that on a rainy day, nothing but a pretty umbrella to go up. I don't tend to use umbrellas, but I love pretty umbrellas, is perfect for this. So let me switch over to my desktop and we'll get started. All right, let's get these lights kind of back. All right, so this is the Umbrella Days bundle. It is a rubber stamp, and so you've got kind of the raindrops, some really pretty sentiments. I love the font on these. And then two images of people, both seem little girls to me. I don't know that that's absolutely correct. This one definitely, well, I shouldn't say that. There's a braid down the back, doesn't mean it's a girl. But anyway, I'm using the little one. And then, of course, this cute little puppy. That's the stamp set. And then the dies that go with it, of course, you have the dies that will cut those two images out, but a whole bunch of standalone dies, some grass, some flowers, the umbrella handle. There is also this umbrella that will cut out an umbrella if you want to do a standalone umbrella, some clouds. I guess that's the body. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like the dog, but I don't know where the dog head is, so I'm not sure what that piece is. I'm sure I'll figure it out. Anyway, we're gonna do some stamping and paper piecing, like I said, so that's what we're using. Now let's pull out the sketch that I'm going to use for tonight. Pretty simple sketch. So your card base is 5.5 by 8.5 or 4.25 by 11, and then folded in half either direction. The first layer, which is this white layer, is 4 inches by 5.25. Oh, and I missed a layer on here, so I guess I'll have to fix that before it goes live. I've got an extra layer on here, which is 3 3/4 by 5. A circle that's 2 3/8 by 2 3/8. Whatever circle you've got, I'm happen to use the 2 3/8 inch circle punch. Some kind of shape, which is where I'm going to use, hey Roberta, the little figure with the umbrella, and then a sentiment that I said 1/2 inch by 2 inches. Mine's going to be bigger, of course, because that's what the sentiments are. Hadn't quite figured out what I was going to do when I made the sketch, and so definitely I will fix this because we need the extra layer, this purple layer. Okay, so here's my pieces. So I've got Summer Splash. Thought that was kind of a pretty color, even though it's kind of a rainy card. So this is 4.25 by 11, and we'll score it at 5.5. And there's the mountain. Fold into the mountain or the raised line, and burnish it with our bone folder. Okay, so now I've got a piece of basic white, so that's the 4 inches by 5.25, and then I've got a piece of, this is one of the pieces of the Unbounded Love Designer Series paper. So this is kind of mottled piece with some extra detail to it, and I'm actually going to stamp this even more in using Summer Splash, and I'm going to use the little raindrops. Now get them going the right way so the drop is at the bottom, and I just want to see how, yeah, I think I'm going to go full strength on this. I was thinking I was going to stamp off, but yeah, so we're just going to take and stamp. gosh, my rain's going sideways here. Let's try and not have the rain go sideways. I didn't want it to be that rainy. There we go. Okay, so I've got my raindrops. Don't know if you can see that. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. The raindrops in Summer Splash. Now, I went ahead and did some of the cutting out of the pieces just because I thought you guys don't want to see me cut. Maybe you do, but yeah, I didn't think you did. All right, so that goes on there. That one is going to go on there. And then I punched out the circle out of using the 2 3/8 inch circle punch for that. Okay, so we're going to stamp. When I do paper piecing, I always like to have a full-size image. I typically just do it on basic white. So we're going to stamp that. And then I'm going to cut it out using the die. So that's this one, if I can get it out. So the Umbrella Days is the bundle that we're using for our monthly club for December. And I don't remember whether we did some paper piecing in for the cards. All right, I'm gonna just bring over my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. So nothing too fancy here. We're just going to cut this out. This is just the piece that will allow us, we're just going to use to glue our cut out pieces onto. So if you've never tried paper piecing before, I suggest you try and start with an image that is not too detailed. This one's actually not bad to cut. I'm just gonna zoom in for a minute. It makes it easier to see. So this one isn't too bad to do, but I suggest when you're starting, you don't get too many of these tiny little pieces to do some cutting. So like I said, the way you do it is I just went ahead and stamped that same image on different colors of designer series paper. And so you can use a combination of designer series paper and just coloring. So let's see, where's my scissors? So I'm just going to take and cut out this umbrella. And so I thought I would alternate the pieces. So between this pink, I think they're the same pattern. No, well, maybe not. Close to the same pattern. So I've got it in Pretty in Pink, and then Summer Splash. And I thought I would alternate them. So when you cut out around it, you don't have to get exact. You just want to cut close to the line. So I've got one umbrella and the other umbrella. And because I stamped it and used the die, I don't have to worry about that point that's at the top of the umbrella. It's already stamped on, and so that just makes it easier. So just kind of cutting close to the line. All right, so I'm going to alternate. Now the question I have is, so I think I'm going to have the Summer Splash be my outside, so I'm just going to take and cut. So I'm cutting my umbrella into pieces just on the lines that are stamped. And then, okay, I'm going to have to, can't grab onto that for some reason. Okay, there we go. And then we'll figure out how we're going to put this back together. Come on. All right, let's start putting this together. So you can kind of audition this. Let's see. This is how I think it's going to go. One of those. And then, how many? I guess there's only 4. Okay. I was thinking there was 5. This one. So that will go like that. And you can actually make 2 umbrellas if you want to. Like that. And then I need this. There we go. So that's going to be my umbrella. So you can use liquid glue or your Stampin' Seal. I'm just going to pull my liquid glue out, get my silicone mat so I don't get it all over the place. Try not to get too much glue. And if you've got your tweezers, they come in very handy when you're trying to glue these pieces on. So just kind of like putting a puzzle back together. If the pieces aren't too small, you can kind of handle them, but try not to get too much glue on. And then find the last piece of pink. There we go. Okay, there we go. There's the umbrella pieced back together. Hey Sharon, welcome. So the umbrella in the Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink. Now I cut out the jacket out of one of the pieces of Summer Splash. Like I said, you don't have to use all designer series paper. You can use a combination. So I'm going to color his hands in, or her hands in. I don't know, him, her, using a Stampin' Blend or a Stampin' Write marker. Oh, this is a tiny little piece. Let's see if I can grab it. There we go. Those are the boots, and those are out of Petunia Pop. Got a few colors going on here. Okay, so I was thinking, I had thought I was going to do the legs as well, but I think I'm going to color those. So I am going to get my Summer Splash, if I can find my Summer Splash marker. Okay. Well, let's see. There's a Pretty in Pink marker. So no, that's Bubble Bath. Well, maybe that's what this is. No, there it is. There's the Pretty in Pink marker. So I'm going to do the tights or leggings, whatever these are, using just the Pretty in Pink. You could color first if you wanted to, but leggings. And then I need petal pink for the hands. There we go. Okay. All right, so it's pretty easy to do paper piecing. So just make sure you find an image that's got a nice sizes that you can cut out, and they're not too detailed. Sometimes it makes it really hard if they're detailed and you're not sure what you're cutting out. So we're gonna just take, and I think I'm gonna take and stamp some more of the rain onto this circle. Like that. And I realized that. There we go. We'll just fill it up completely with rain, kind of like we had the other day around here. So this is going to go on. There we go. This Unbounded Love is one of my favorites. I just love the color combination and the patterns, especially those ones with the white detail on them. Just so pretty. Okay, So as I said, this was this Unbounded, no, not Unbounded. This Umbrella Days is one of the online exclusives that is available. And if you really like this and are interested, it's the monthly club bundle. So in the club you get make and take kit for 3 cards, plus half a package of the designer series paper, some embellishments, and also a ribbon. So it's kind of a fun thing. And then if you live local to me, you can either come and join me, or you can make the kit at home yourself. All right, I'm going to put this on with dimensionals. Like that. Okay, now, like I said, in my sketch, I think I said 1/2 inch by 2 inches or something for the sentiment, but my sentiment that goes with, or one of the sentiments that is in this bundle is, they're definitely bigger. Okay, and I'm just gonna take and stamp those raindrops in the bottom right corner, just so that there's something stamped on the inside of the card. My lid on my glue, and then this inside can go on. Like that. And then I'm gonna just take and do some fussy cutting, because, well, you guys know me. It wouldn't be a card if I haven't done some fussy cutting, and well, this one's got a fair amount with paper piecing, so we'll just carry on, and I'm just gonna fussy cut around my sentiment. Again, making sure you're steering with your paper, or you're steering the paper and not steering your scissors. Just kind of following the, if you don't like this, don't like paper fussy cutting, just cut a rectangle or use a die or a punch to do your sentiment. Okay, hope I left enough room, just barely. Okay, I think we can get it on here. Here's my dimensionals. Just about at the end of these ones. There we go. I'm going to cut that little bit off. So I just want to make sure I got popped up on this left hand side, but not on the right. And try not to cover up the words. There we go. Okay. Pretty close to the original sketch, which I will bring back in. I moved my sentiment piece around. The last thing we need are some embellishments, and again, I love these shimmer gems, the in color shimmer gems that coordinate with the latest in colors. So we'll just use some of the Summer Splash. All right, so there we go. There's the sketch. I will fix this sketch before it gets posted in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, so that if you want the sketch, you can play along with it. And there we go. There's my card that is based on that sketch. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I will be here with a technique. I thought I was going to go. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it because we have to go to Victoria tomorrow. But I will be live, and I'm pretty sure we'll be home in plenty of time for 6:30, which is my normal time. So come join me at 6:30 with the technique. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope